Hello beautiful people, here we are again. This is a general tarot guidance for the collective, for everybody, not per sign. It's the energy that's going on for the coming week from the 10th of October for the next week or so. With me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome or welcome back. Thanks for being here. It's tea and tarot time with Julie, so grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever it is you want. Let's have a little look at the energies that's coming in for the collective for the coming week. Let's have a look. Alrighty. So I'm going to start with some energy oracle cards. Okay. What is the energy for the collective for the coming week, please? What do we need to know? What is helpful? Thank you very much. Okie dokie. We've got anxiety. Yeah. Financial constraints. Yeah, again. The thinking woman. And the thinking man. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Let's have a look at this. Let me just straighten the camera a little bit. There we go. Oh, well, that's not that. Well, that's a bit better, isn't it? Okay. Right. I like the fact we've got the thinking woman and the thinking man. You're using both sides of your brain, all right, the left and the right side, to feel into it, to look at what action needs to be taken. What are we looking at action on? Financial constraints and what is worrying us. Okay, so let's find out some more. Let's add in some tarot and then we can take it from there, okay? We've just had the supermoon, which was the, what's it called? The harvest moon. Very, very powerful, brought a lot of emotions up. And so that could be why you're feeling anxious. Stuff coming up that you need to look at. Let's find out some more. Page of Swords, Judgment, Four of Wands, Eight of Swords, Page of Coins, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. The anxiety card is there twice, so let's address it, all right? Now, you know me, I miss positivity, but not false positivity, not fake positivity. We need to acknowledge where things are challenging so that we can own it, take responsibility for it, look at it, think about it, examine it, and work out what we're going to do about it. So we're going to get some answers, all right? So panicky not. Right, now, what else do I want? They're saying they want something else. Right, okay. Let's get a couple of these. These are the wisdom of the oracle. So what's the wisdom about this? What's the advice? This is what's going on. What's the advice that we can do about this, please? Okay, why? Why am I feeling this? Why is this happening? What is going on? Imagine what we can do about it. And loyal heart. Okay, right. Let's pull it together then. All right. So the why card. Let's start with the why. So we can see we've got anxiety. We can see that there's some stuck energy. Right. So let's have a look at why. There she is reaching for the book of knowledge. Right. Number 31 is a 4. 4s are about our foundation. So is my foundation solid, safe, secure, strong? Now your foundation is your home, your finances, your health, your well-being, your security. That is what I'm looking at here. Now, what needs to change? What's gone wrong or what's challenging? What can we do about it? Right. So I want you to imagine what do you, right, okay, they're all talking at once, sorry, I'm talking to my team here, my spiritual team. Imagine what you would like your life to look like and be like, okay? Not in a utopian, if I waved a magic wand and I woke up in somebody else's life kind of way, but in terms of, if I didn't have this anxiety, what would my life look like? What would it feel like? What can I do about it? Am I being loyal to myself, to my heart, to my dreams, to my goals, to my aspirations, to my spiritual self? All right, what is going on? Sometimes the anxiety raises because we are not listening to our inner voice. We're not listening to our deepest desires, to our soul, to our heart, to our inner being. We're ignoring it, we're pushing through. And that we do that, don't we? We get on the merry-go-round of life, and then things start to kind of go a little bit off, and we're so busy on the merry-go-round, we have no clue what to do about it, so we just ignore it, and we get more and more anxious and wound up about it until we're forced to do something about it. So the anxiety is coming out here twice. The Nine of Swords is anxiety, and we've got the anxiety here. Is this about your children, your family, your work, your income? What is making you anxious? So let's look at it. Let's examine it. Thinking woman and the thinking man is what it says on the tin. We need to get off the merry-go-round long enough to have a good think about your life, about your world, right? What's my anxiety? If I had to give it a number, 1 out of 10, 10 being really high and 1 being really low, where is your anxiety level? Anything above a 5 is showing you something's off, okay? So, right, let's look at it, let's feel into it, and then let's look at what we can create. Because the pages, we've got 2 pages underneath the anxieties. Now, pages are the messengers. They're the beginnings of change. What's the message that this anxiety is trying to show me, tell me, point me in the right direction? We're ever so good at avoiding, we don't like anxiety. We'll distract ourselves. But if it's not working, because the anxiety is still there when you wake up the next day, then, right, we need to step off the merry-go-round. Let's have a look at what is it trying to tell me. Messages, you see the pages are the messages, and you've got 3. You've got the page of wands, the page of coins, the page of swords. So there's all these messages coming at you at once, possibly, and it could be that you're overstimulated with too much coming through at once. Perhaps you're overstimulated with too much to do, and so you can't think clearly. So we need to step away, step back, ask the why. Let's look at the detail. What am I anxious about, and what can I do about it? The Page of Swords is looking for openings, opportunities, looking at options of what I can communicate. The Page of Swords is communication. Emails, letters, phone calls. Do I need to speak to somebody? Do I need to reach out to somebody? Do I need to apply for something? Apply for some help? Bring in some support? What do I need to do? A Page of Coins is looking at opportunities for greater financial stability, financial ease, right? What can I do? If I'm in debt up to my neck, can I reach out to a debt counsellor? Can I create a debt management plan? If I am waiting on a loan or a mortgage or a job offer, what can I do in the meantime so that I'm not sitting here in this space of like, okay? So we're looking for those opportunities because we want to rise up, judgment, rising up into a rebirth, a fresh start. We want to be able to put this anxiety behind us. We want to change the circumstances and have a fresh start, because the financial constraints is the cupboards are bare. Now, this could be about money, and you would think, well, it's bound to be about money. It's financial constraints. But this is more of an energy. And we can say, well, there's a lack of money. But what's the energy underneath it? A lack of motivation, a lack of support, a lack of energy in any way, right? That where we feel the cupboards are bare, it could just be that I've just run out of mojo. I'm just so tired on the merry-go-round, I can't think straight. And so what do I need to do to step away? Because the Judgment card is saying this can be done, this can be finished, but we need to look at the opportunities to open up to something new. And we need to hold our ground with that 7 of Wands. It's easy to just slip back and say, oh, look, I'll look at it next week. I'll look at it another time. I haven't got time right now. But the 7 of Wands is the courage of your convictions to say, I need to look at this now. I need to step up and step into this space because I'm ready to rise up from it. And so for me to rise up from it, I really need to examine everything really carefully. and really look at what opportunities I can create for myself. See, it's all well and good me sitting here week after week telling you what the opportunities are and the advice coming in from Spirit and what the energy is doing right now. And many of you will say, great, everything's shifting, but you're not changing anything within your own life. You're saying, well, the energy's shifting, so I'm just waiting for it to shift. And that can happen. Sometimes it just unlocks and unblocks all by itself. But generally, especially when we've got 3 pages here, which is creating an opportunity for change, that you need to look at that. What can I do about it? So you're taking charge, you're taking mastery, you're stepping away from the anxiety, from the issues, from the problems, and saying, right, what am I going to do about it? If my anxiety is about a job, what am I doing? Am I looking for other jobs, or I'm so exhausted and so busy I haven't got time to look for another job, so I'm on this perpetual cycle? I need to find a way to step off it and find something else, because the thinking woman is rooted down with the 4 of Wands and the Page of Wands, which is a wonderful combination. These two are talking about particularly home and work being changed in some form of opportunity. The 4 of Wands is marriage, it's home, mortgages, stability, security, it's upgrades, improvements, promotions, it's up leveling, it's going up to the next level. So perhaps my anxiety is there because I'm stagnant, I'm stale, I'm bored, I've outgrown this space, and I've got no idea how to get to the next level. What is the next level? How do I get there? What do I do? So this is where we use those pages and say, right, okay, I've got to look for the opportunities. So, and I need to communicate that. So who can I communicate that to? If this is, I need a better mortgage deal, I need to go talk to the mortgage brokers or the banks. If this is that I need a better job, I need to talk to a recruitment consultant or HR, or update my resume or my CV. What's the opportunities that I'm creating? Because this 4 of Wands says there is an upgrade here for you, but you have to take action looking for the opportunities. This could be a new job, a new home, changing up the home that you've got, redecorating, moving things around, shifting the energy to free it, because something is stuck here. Something, 8 of Swords going to the 9 of Swords. We're ready to move on. We're ready to leave something behind, but we are feeling rather stuck. But the 8 of Swords is stuckness in your own beliefs. It's like, it's impossible. There's nothing I can do. And so guess what? You're right. But it's when we are saying, I'm finding those opportunities, I'm digging deep. If that means I've got to go and ask ChatGPT or AI, or watch some YouTube videos, go onto Google and type in your questions, what can I do about this? And then look at what those opportunities are, because something is shifting here. And you can feel that it's shifting. You can feel the energy is shifting, but it's not necessarily falling into place right now. So this is where we have to say, okay, I'm aligning myself with this rising up out of the ashes energy. I am rising up out of this anxiety, and I'm completely open to all opportunities into my best self and my best life. And I'm ready to leave behind whatever was making me feel stuck. I've got to have a really good think here, okay? So they're asking you to dive deep, to go into your belief systems about what's possible and what's not, to really look at where you feel constrained, where you feel restricted, and then come up with a plan. So let's find out some more. I'm going to use the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So what's the plan? What are we coming up with the thinking woman and the thinking man? What can we do about this? Okay, tell me more. Okay, King of Cups. So first of all, we're going to be very emotionally calm, right? No tears and tantrums, frustration and anxiety. Anxiety is fear, right? King of Cups is not fearful. Even if things are a bit choppy around him, he's calm because he's in that space of loving compassion, and self-belief and mastery, because he's a king, of that's all right, we'll find a way through, it's going to be okay. Right, so I want you to first of all get in that space. Bottom of the deck, we've got King of Wands, so another king with the High Priestess. So the King of Wands is strong, entrepreneur, dynamic, determined, assertive energy of self-belief. So loving compassion, both of them kings. So we're in that mastery of I can fix this, I can sort this, I can find a solution. And I'm asking my higher self to help me. The High Priestess, your higher mind, your higher self, your intuition, your gut soul energy, your spiritual team, you are reaching deep within. It's also the High Priest about what's hidden, what's secrets, what can't I see. So I need to allow that to come up from a place of I'm the king of my castle, king or queen, don't worry about the gender, but it's in that energy of the masculine to do. So I'm looking at it and I am really going into what I can do about this. And I'm asking my higher self to show me what I'm not seeing, to help me process it, understand it, and work it out. So what are we doing about this Eight of Swords, this stuck energy? How can we release it? There's your victory. You're going to do this, right? So self-belief. The Six of Wands is victory, success, recognition. So to recognize and see your successes, your wins, all right? Because this is like everything's falling apart and I'm stuck. And right, we've got to look at where's the success, where's the wins. As we feel that, express it, step into it. You change the vibration, you change your resonance, you start to align with success, you start to align with it's okay, I've got this, we're going to push through this and it's all going to be okay. And to confirm, there's the Eight of Wands, which is the forward movement now. The brakes are off. So something here, my beautiful collective, needs to be thought through, examined, looked at. Yes, we're busy. Yes, we're on the merry-go-round of life. But every now and again, we need to step back, step away, have a good look at everything. There was an enormous shift in September with those eclipses of what was falling away, what's drained away, what's gone. And it's like, now, what am I left with? And that can create a little bit of panic about, oh, well, that's gone, or that's gone, or that's going. So what next? And that is quite a strong energy of what next. I can feel something shifting, but what next? And I don't have the answers. And that freaks me out a little bit. This is where we want to step into the trust of, it's okay, I've got this. There's abundant opportunities here for me with 3 pages. I'm in my mastery with my 2 kings to figure it out. And my higher self is going to help me reach forward into my new beginning. Does that make sense? I do hope so. All right. Anything else? No. Angel cards. Okay. What's the help that we can garner from the angels, please? This is the Oracle of the Angels. What help can we receive from the angels? So is it just that one? No, that one as well. Okay, thank you. Ascension and success. You see, the angels are confirming that you are heading towards success. You don't need to have all the answers right now. Trust is going to be key, but it is about looking, examining, questioning, stepping into, I have got this, I am loyal to myself and my dreams, and I'm imagining my future life, because what you imagine, you bring into reality and create from that place of your imagination. So step into it, examine everything carefully, look at where you're at now, recognize your wins, and step into more wins are on their way, because I'm already successful and I am ascending up into my best life. That's the tree of life there. This is about my life, my branches, wherever they're growing. I'm allowing myself to step up and I'm ready. All right. So my beautiful collective, that's what I have for you for the coming week. I hope it was helpful. I'm sending you all much love. Thank you for being here. I'm halfway through your money and career readings for each of the 12 signs. The first 6 are up. The next 6 will be up next week. They're not just for October. They're for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So you're not missing out if you get yours last. Don't worry about that. And I will see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.